Hey there! Have you ever gotten stuck trying to talk about your family, your friends, or maybe your team? Well, there's a super simple grammar rule that makes it so easy. Today, we're going to master how to use we are and you are. Let's dive right in. You know, whether you're making plans or just telling a story, you're constantly talking about groups of people. And this one little grammar rule, well, it's the key to making sure you're getting it right every single time. All right, first up, let's talk about how to speak about a group that includes you. This is where the pronoun we comes into play. So the rule is really simple. If you're talking about a group, and that group includes you plus at least one other person, the word you want is we. So, me and my friend, or my family and I, all of that just becomes we. Simple as that. And here is the perfect pairing. The word we always goes with the verb are. Seriously, think of them as a team that never ever breaks up. You'd never say we is or we am. No way. It is always we are. Let's see it in action. So if you and your classmates are at school, you just say, we are students. See how that works? The subject is we, the verb is are. Nice, simple, and direct. Or let's say you and your friends are having an amazing time. You could just say, we are happy. The pattern is exactly the same. It works for describing who you are, what you are, or even how you feel. Okay, but what if you want to say the opposite? This part is incredibly easy. All you do is find the word are in your sentence, and you just pop the word not right after it. Yep, that's it. That's the entire trick. For instance, our sentence, we are happy, becomes, we are not sad. See, you've just flipped the entire meaning of the sentence with just one tiny little word. All right, so we've got positive and negative sentences down. What about asking a question? Honestly, this might be even easier. You just take your statement, something like, we are late, and you literally just swap the first two words. We are becomes, are we? So if you're working with your team and you want to check if you have the right answer, the statement, we are correct, just becomes the question, are we correct? You just flip them. Easy, right? Okay, let's move on and see how this gets even better. All right, you've totally got we are down. Now for part 2, which is all about talking to a group of people using the word you. And trust me on this, you are going to love this part. And here it is, the big reveal. All that practice you just did learning the pattern for we, well, you get to use it all over again because the rule for the plural you is identical. No new rules to learn. You already know how to do this. Okay, first, just a quick clarification here. In English, the word you can mean one person, or it can mean a whole group. We usually figure it out from the context. So for right now, we're talking about that plural you, when you're speaking to 2 or 3 or 100 people. And just like we, this plural you always pairs with the verb are. You are. It's the exact same pattern we just learned. So, for example, you could turn to a group of your best pals and say, you are good friends. See? Subject, you. Verb, are. The pattern holds up perfectly. And what if you want to make that sentence negative? You already know what to do. Just add not right after are. So if you're talking to a class of students, you might say, you are not teachers. Same rule, just a different pronoun. And to ask a question, I bet you already guessed it, just swap those first two words. You are becomes are you. So you could ask a group of tourists, are you from France? This pattern is so reliable. Okay, we've looked at the rules for we and you on their own. Now let's bring it all together and see the complete picture. This is where it's all going to click into place. So let's put everything we've covered onto one single handy chart. Think of this as your ultimate cheat sheet for talking about groups. And here it is. Now, just focus on the rows for we and the plural you. See that? The pattern for positive sentences, negative sentences, and questions is exactly the same. They both use are. That's the real magic here. Once you know one, you automatically know the other. That's the big takeaway. So there you have it. A super simple but really powerful pattern for talking about groups. The real question now is, how are you going to use it? Go on, try to make a sentence right now with we are or you are. Because the absolute best way to make this stuff stick is to start using it today.